It's like y'all all doing too much. I mean, it is a hard song to sing. Not as hard to sing as Happy Birthday. Come on, boy, don't you know that I need you? Like, it's 'cause they're all, and a lot of them are doing it in front of Aretha Franklin. So they're all trying to like they all want to impress the queen. So they're like, I'm like, y'all, it's okay to
Bob the drag queen singing y'all is one of my favorite moments. You just you get so passionate, you're so into it. It's very beautiful.
You're trying to read.
I'm genuine. I'm not trying to read.
I don't like you talking about I don't like people talking about my singing.
You literally episodes where you make me listen to your singing and critique it on this podcast.
But I only want good critiques. I don't know why you don't see that. I don't want any negative critiques about my singing. I only want you to say nice things about me singing.
Bob, I have to say, I think you and I are really in our resurgence of like our skin looks so beautiful and healthy. We are really in our self-care bag.
Oh, thank you. Today, I don't think my lighting is quite right now. Normally my skin looks really good, but today something about my lighting is not giving. But I will tell you all, this is completely unpaid, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because they probably should be giving me money.
Bob, you stay promoting products, bitch. Let them come to us. This nigga stay promoting something.
Well, maybe. Oh. Does this look better or worse? Well, hit that one, baby. Hit the lamp.
The lamp. You got real New York on that one. The lamp.
I say certain things. It's fine. I mean, I'm not that vain. You can hit that one back on. I'm not that vain.
You're so
I do say certain
vain.
things with a New York accent, and I just can't. I can't help it. I don't know. It's just part of, I think, most of my adulthood was in New York City. I moved there for almost all of my 20s. I was there from 22 to 34, 35. So
yeah,
most of my, I've lived there longer than any city in the world. So I say Long Island with a New York accent.
Long Island.
I don't say Long Island. I say Long Island instead of Long Island. I say Long Island, which I didn't realize was a New York thing. So someone pointed out, like, you say Long Island with a New York accent. I was like, yeah, I guess I do. Because we weren't saying Long Island back in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's not about Long Island or New York. It's about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1, guys. If you have not been tuning into this Watchery these past couple weeks, we're taking it back to our roots. This Season 1 is going to curl your hair.
Do you remember what season said that?
Nigga, I was the one that told you about it. Season 8.
Okay, you told me about my... Okay, I'm trying to think if I can remember a promo. Turn the competition up to 100. What season was that?
Season 10.
That was 8 too. Because we had the 100th episode.
Oh, right. Was there something special about 10?
Yours
10
was
like
10s across the board. Yeah.
Yes, that was ours. Ours.
And season 9 was The Wait is Over, Kitty Girls. That was season 6. The Wait is Over, Kitty Girl.
I don't remember that.
When she turns into the Panther.
Oh. That was, I mean, we talked about this many times. That is such a good fucking promo. Honestly, Bob, should we do a thing where we recreate Drag Race promos? But not just like pictures, like videos.
The amount of money. Are we going to hire David LaChapelle to do one for us too? Like, Monet, why would we do?
And also, it would yield no return. Like, there would be no reason for it. It's not like, it's not going to yield us anything.
Because we don't have anything that big to promote.
Yeah. I mean, speak for yourself. Yes, I do.
Yeah, your ass. That's the only thing you have that big to promote. So Tammy Brown just went home, right?
Tamisha Brown.
And it was time. No shade.
Yeah, I think it was time for... Actually, no. I mean, I think she should have Tammy the Bad in that challenge. I would have liked to see Tammy in like the one in this episode.
I would have liked to see it too. I just don't know that she's a competition style queen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. And I realized Akasha has been in the bottom every episode so far.
Girl, Akasha cannot catch a break. I wrote that down during her judging. I was like, have they ever said anything nice about Akasha? Like, the only thing they said nice about her was she fell, but she didn't like die. I was like, this girl cannot catch a break. So they find out that they're going to be they do this little challenge, a little trivia game where they write their answers on dry erase boards, and all the answers are Oprah based. And they find out they're going to be basically doing an Oprah challenge, which is interesting because
Chanel starts freaking out.
Say again.
Chanel starts freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, if she's here, I'll die." I'm like, "Damn, RuPaul's that cold ass bitch." Well, can I get that reaction?
Well, Oprah has that reaction, particularly amongst a certain age demographic. You know what I mean? There's a demographic that's not shade.
Bob, you just called Chanel an old ass bitch. You literally into what you just said to Chanel.
That's not what I said. But there's a certain demographic that Oprah really affects, and also middle America white women love Oprah too. I feel like people who this is just because I listened to the Becoming Oprah, Making Oprah,
So good. That podcast is so fucking good.
There's something about people who were at home during a certain time of day. And I imagine that Chanel, as a nightlife performer, would be home watching Oprah during the day.
And Oprah just helped to also make a very big life change. She helped to lose 60 pounds. Like, and I feel like back in the day we used to see it a lot on TV because I mean, at like in like the late 90s, early 2000s, we were really. I mean, we have always been obsessed with weight as a society, but back then it was like it seemed to be a really particular thing. Like all these talk shows, everyone was always talking about everyone losing all this weight, and like people are like 60 pounds. That is a lot of fucking weight to lose. That is a life change.
It is a lot of weight, but I was gagged when she was like, "Girl, I was 217. That's smaller than I am right now." I was like, all right, not too much on 217. Not too much.
Also,
on 217.
Gagged at BB in this perm. I said, BB better be in here with this motherfucking perm in her hair. And it's like orange.
Well, I think it was probably blonde and then grown out and stuff. But I would think 217. So she was telling us that she was like 267 or 257, 157 on the show. But I was like, not 217, not being smaller than I am right now, being like, girl, I was a roly poly. I was a big fat piece of shit.
Chanel is like, all right. Chanel's like about like 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. She's like a tall girl.
Yeah, 217 is not. That actually, I don't know how tall Chanel is. I am taller than Chanel, but I'm not much taller than Chanel. But I just want to point out that if you're 6'2" and you're 217, there's nothing wrong with that.
Also, let's talk about how the BMI, the body mass index calculator, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it is so fucked up and jacked up, especially for Black people. Like it just completely takes out of context like how our bodies like again, we come in all different shapes, colors, shapes and sizes. Yes, but it is particularly disproportionate and not healthy. Speaking to the Black experience and how our bodies naturally carry and weight, because Black people have bigger booties. Sometimes Black women tend to have bigger breasts. It's not taking into account these things.
Is the BMI? What is that? Body mass index. It's like a chart for it or something.
It's a chart to calculate your height and your weight, and that should tell you if you're obese. If you're more than like 30-something%, then you're obese.
Do Black women have bigger breasts? Is that a thing?
Not bigger breasts, but allegedly Black women tend to be more voluptuous, right? Like thick thighs, big booties, and sometimes that matriculates to like your titties.
Got it. God, interesting. Also, Samoans are also a thick population.
Right.
They're like a naturally thick population.
So like a 5'7" Samoan woman is gonna look very different, but then fucking Jessica down the street from fucking Nova Scotia. You know what I mean?
Then I'm wondering, would in the BMI, would Asians be underweight because they're typically a smaller people?
I don't know. Probably that makes sense.
Or shorter. I don't know. Anyway, I do not know. Anyway, well, we've gotten off track. But back to the matter at hand. Anyway. Nina Flowers. Nina Flowers took me when she was like, "Well, I didn't have cable," and I was like, "Baby, no shade. Oprah wasn't on cable. Oprah was on network television."
Oh, true. But maybe she's about Puerto Rico is part of the United States, but maybe there's some type of, they didn't get that channel in Puerto Rico.
Well, this kind of look reminds me of when Kim was like, well, we didn't have that in Korea. And when I was, this is that.
Plastique.
Do what?
No, Kim too.
Plastique was also like, we didn't have Beyonce growing up.
Yeah. And then they were like, I think Beyonce was in, I think people in Vietnam know Beyonce. And RuPaul was like, because Kim was like, well, I think Pitch Perfect came out when I was in Korea. And RuPaul was like, well, it was last summer.
I thought about saying that about some stuff for me, about St. Lucia, but none of it worked out in my favor. I was just did a setup for TV.
Well, it's also just fun to be like, I just don't follow Oprah because I don't know if Oprah was on television in Puerto Rico, but I just know that Oprah was on network television. She was not on cable. That I do know. Which really, yeah, like Oprah wasn't on MTV or. Jacob, can you Google when Oprah went off the air? I feel like I was in New
2005.
York. No, I was not in New York. Wow. 2005? I was in college?
I think 2005, 2008.
That's not the truth, Monet. That was 2011.
Yeah, I was in New York. I remember. I was like, I remember being in New York for like Oprah's last episode.
Because Beyonce did Run the World against that projection hologram, like the projection screen for her final show.
That was she did it for American Music Awards. She did it for Oprah too.
Yeah. I think she redid it on Oprah, but she did it for the American Music Awards. Or one. No, it was for Glastonbury.
No, she did it for. Maybe she did it a lot, but I know the first time she did it was the first. Wait. The first time Beyonce did that projecting thing was for the American Music Awards because there was a big controversy because this Italian musician, did a very, very similar performance. But then people were like, Beyonce stole from her, but it was just that they hired the same creative director for that one.
I'm gonna take your American Music Awards and read your Glastonbury. I think Glastonbury was the first time she did it.
Maybe the American Music Awards were filmed in Glastonbury.
They were no.
They were outsourcing. They're outsourcing.
I was about to argue with you too.
You say you what?
I was about to argue with you.
Beyonce on Oprah. Oh, why does it look like she's doing it at a bar mitzvah?
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
Show.
Beyonce was so teeny.
Well, I forget that for Oprah's final show, she did it like not just the final show, like the final couple of shows. She did it at a fucking stadium.
Jeez. Listen, the final Sibling Rivalry, we're gonna do that at Madison Square Garden.
Oh my God, Bob! Don't be speaking this into our lives.
And I'm ready to wrap it up, so let's go ahead and book it.
So they're making these Oprah looks, and I was like, oh my God, is this the birth of executive realness? This is the birth of executive realness.
Okay, that is not
on Drag
true.
Race.
Okay.
On Drag Race.
Can we please qualify that? Please?
Yes, on Drag Race. Like this is the birth of executive realness.
This is the first time Drag Race has displayed the notion of executive realness. Let's try that.
Same thing, bitch. That's what I'm trying to say.
I was tickled when Chanel said Oprah's God, and BB goes, no, you can't say that. I'm very spiritual. That's such a BB Zahara Benet statement. You cannot say that. You don't say that. I'm spiritual, so you can't say that. That's so BB.
I love that they're painting, and I love that Akasha is like really going in and like like doing different proportions, doing bigger cheeks. Like she's really trying to sink into this like Oprah impersonation, which I can because it's very. I think. Female impersonation, not female. Sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Imitation.
Celebrity impersonation.
Celebrity impersonation is really hard, and when like people like Vivian and other girls go on to the show and they do it really well, I'm very impressed by it. Because just because you can do makeup does not mean you can fucking impersonate someone. It's very hard to do.
Yeah, I don't know that Akasha nailed it.
She didn't, but she's trying.
When I saw her carving it all out, and then I saw her makeup, I was like, she looks the same. But like sometimes when I see girls doing all this crazy carving and then they do their face, I'm like, where did all that stuff go?
This is true. But bitch,
effort. But I appreciate the effort for sure.
Jade Sotomayor
struggling with blackface. The black. I wonder if your soon to be husband had the same struggle when he was doing blackface, or if he just you're Justin Trudeau. You say he's leaving his wife for someone. I saw you. I saw you eating the chips. I wonder if Justin Trudeau struggled or if he just did it. I wonder if Justin Trudeau was like, should I do blackface or should I or Jade was like, I'm going to be forced to do blackface.
And then she goes, what gags me is the seriousness of going to BB and like, hey, so I have some darker foundations, but I'm gonna need to borrow some darker powder to really like do the impersonation. like the gravity, how serious the conversation is. It's sending me into orbit.
And then Chanel just laughs in her face. Chanel's like, ha, idiot. Idiots, listen to me, fool.
I know, poor
That's
Jade.
not the point. And then the way they edited, all the girls are just like pointing and laughing, just like.
I know, and I feel bad because Jade, she was being very sincere. She was like you can tell she was like, I can't believe I have to do blackface on the show, but like this is the challenge, and I guess like I have to do it. Like you could tell like that's the place she's coming from, and it feels bad to watch.
I wish that someone would have been like, "Hey, that's a." Let's all just quickly discuss how problematic blackface is before we move on. Let's just go ahead and bring that up. But yeah, so Jade finds out she does not have to darken her skin to do this challenge. Chanel informs her that it's like it's fine, baby. It's gonna be fine. And then RuPaul does the walkthroughs. Akasha says something I think is so funny. I talk about Oprah. She goes, I know that she's a very giving person. Will give her a last dollar to help someone in need. I don't know that we know that about Oprah. I don't know that we know that Oprah will give her a last. I think Oprah is very giving, and we know that she does give a lot of stuff. But I don't know that one of the things we know Oprah is giving her last dollar.
Well, that's interesting you say that because I mean, when you think about Oprah, what you think about
Can you turn the air off, please? I don't have my phone in here.
You think about this very like Oprah's presence in the multiverse in all of our lives is this very rich charitable woman that gives away everything, right? And that was kind of the same space that Ellen occupied for a while, and then like all this stuff with her being mean kind of like clouded a lot of that. But Oprah and Ellen just came off of these very charitable people that would give you the last penny they had because they're just so giving. And I think that's what
the way I saw it was they would give you a lot because they have so much. But I didn't see it as giving to the point of it hurting. I just saw it as them giving away a lot because they have so much. But I never saw it like Oprah will give you her last dollar. What I saw was Oprah has $1 billion and she will give you 1,000 of them. Oprah has $1 billion and she'll give you 10,000, 20,000 of them. But Oprah will not give you her last.
I think Oprah would give me her last dollar.
Do what?
I think Oprah would give me her last dollar.
Well, once we get down to the last dollar, we will find out.
Wait, I wrote a note here about yes, Rebecca. I find it very interesting that Rebecca is choosing to make, because they're giving clothes to choose from, but she's choosing to make her own. And I mean, we'll talk about it later, but when she makes, it's like fine, just like a two dress, like a little cowl.
I thought it looked really nice. I liked it personally.
I think it was fine.
I did like when Rebecca said, I don't like to talk about people behind my back. That's not my style. But I wrote that down. I don't like to talk about people behind their back. That's not my style. But I've always thought that big jewels and like extreme makeup were just a way to cover up for a lack of talent. It's like, how much did the producers have to twist your arm to get that out? Because it really just seemed to roll off the lips.
I was loving this walkthrough. Ru was like talking to Chanel, like Chanel's like talking to Ru about why she's choosing this dress. And she's like, "Well, this is way too couture for Oprah. Oprah couldn't wear something this nice, but if she was gonna," I was like, "Damn, bitch, Oprah can wear something that nice, a little cunty."
I recently saw a clip of Oprah on my FYP of her wearing all these like extremely like futuristic looks in the 90s, and she was like Issa Miyake says, we're only been wearing this. This dress is made from straw or plastic. And, I think she's like, Mugler says, we're all going to be wearing things made from this. And it's just like this clip of Oprah wearing these like extremely couture garments on a green screen talking about sustainable fashion. Like it probably wasn't the 90s, but it was probably the early 2000s.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they literally just randomly, I just randomly saw a clip of Oprah wearing couture. And I was like, so maybe Chanel missed that episode. Maybe Chanel was busy not looking at the screen when Oprah wore those couture garments.
I love seeing Chanel on my screen. I think Chanel is so funny. Chanel is gold this season. I'm obsessed.
She's brilliant TV in the way, but she doesn't like the way that she's like her level of confidence. I'm obsessed with.
It's marvelous. It's marvelous.
I'm obsessed. And then, of course, RuPaul tells them they also have to do a challenge. This is when RuPaul tells them at the end of the walkthrough, she's like, well, just so you know, you're going to have to also go through Oprah's entire career and make that, like, do her time as a news anchor, her time as a talk show host, and Oprah's favorite things.
But I mean, what do they think the challenge is going to be? Just impersonate? Like, I guess what did they? I mean, again, this is a layer. They couldn't foresee like all these three things. But what did they think they were going to do? Just look like Oprah and like do us like what?
Well, I mean, bear in mind this is season 1, right?
Sure.
So they have no framework. So maybe they thought it was just going to be dressed like Oprah and walk down the runway in the clothes and see who looks the most like Oprah. Now we know there's always going to be a little twist. No one's literally shocked when RuPaul says, "And you and your makeover have to choreograph a dance based off the bit bop boop or borp borp." You know what I mean?
You got me started on that. Such a stupid thing they add that seems like it never has any bearing on the fucking. Anyway, we're not.
Someone's triggered. Someone that sounds personal.
So I won mine. So what are you talking about?
You won one of them, and I think you went home on one too.
So you had nothing to do with that.
So I think it kind of evens out because you kind of.
Anyway, first of all, the first time was 10, didn't even show it. It wasn't even part of the thing.
Out of the side of my mouth, I just want to say you did win one.
How about out of side of your mouth? You take my dick in your mouth. How about that?
But also, you lost one. So
try that. Try that out of your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not the OnlyFans content I'm interested in creating personally. And if I go down, and if I go down OnlyFans content, I don't think I'll be sucking dick out of the side of my mouth. Also, whenever I see someone like send like a picture of them or any kind of like dick sucking porn, I'm not interested in the dick in the side of the mouth rubbing against the closed teeth. You've seen this?
I've seen this, and it only happens in straight porn though, never gay porn. I've never seen gay guys.
I've seen people send pictures of it, like, and I'm like, I don't think that doesn't speak to me.
Yeah, no.
That's just not realizing how. I think I was looking at, and I know I always talk about how red you are. You are severely red today.
I think it's the light. Cause look.
What do you mean? Cause look. Yeah. What did the light change? What do you mean? Cause look.
Cause this I look redder, and here I'm like normal.
But I'm also realizing that do I have very cool undertones? Is that what's going on?
Yes, Bob. You have yellow undertones.
I feel like I have like bluer even undertones.
No, you're yellow.
There's a filter on TikTok that'll tell you if your metal is gold or if your metal is silver. And apparently I am perfect for both.
What's that lyric? A bitch sun brighter than the fucking sun. No, bitch, your skin. You literally, when you wrote that lyric, you were talking about yourself. A
bitch shine brighter than the fucking sun. Don't watch football, but this a home run. Can I just go over?
Give it.
Before I go further, I want to break down the lyrics from "Bitch Like Me." Just the first verse, okay?
You know what? Before you say that, I have a screenshot. I was listening at the gym the other day, and I was literally gonna just post the screenshot of me at the gym listening to it and say, "Bitch a fucking bop." So you're welcome. I almost did that the other day, and I forgot.
Thank you, because you almost promoted. Bitch, sit down. What I said is a bitch like me is a stunty queen, meaning I pull stunts. Okay, guaranteed you don't really fucking want me, queen. Okay, y'all niggas ain't ready for a cunty queen. I mean, you're not prepared for someone like me, okay? You high, you been smoking on a blunty queen. That's a shout out to Monet specifically because she's always high. Because I'm the queen of the motherfucking bitch track. I'm a pimp named motherfucking Slickback. This is because I watch TikTok a lot. Need a break, then eat a fucking Kit Kat because I'm a shotgun with the fucking kickback bow.
Oh, I have an idea for a TikTok. What? Can you teach me how to do that?
Oh, shout out Gravity Mark Jacobs for choreographing that for me. And we just did Outside Line. I just did my first music festival. Have we talked about it? Have we talked about it on the podcast yet?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know, but it was. I don't think we have. No, we did.
Yeah, we have not.
Oh, we did not.
We talked about you were going, but we haven't actually.
Yeah, it was very, very fun. I was performing.
No, we did because you were sitting in the living room and we did the thing with Brennan.
And I talked about it. Anyway,
maybe not on the podcast.
I was right between the Foo Fighters and Lana Del Rey.
Wow! Did you see Lana?
I saw her as I was leaving. I saw her on the big screen. And Lana Del Rey was allegedly running late, so she was just getting her hair done on stage. So she went on while they were just doing her hair. I got my red dress with someone. I got my red dress on tonight.
Fierce. That's kind of fierce.
But yeah, because let me say right now, I don't care who you are. These festivals are like, you're gonna go on time. Bitch, I don't care if you're out there getting your makeup done. Let me tell you what you not gonna do. I don't care if you're Lana Del Rey. I don't care if you're Jesus Christ. You're gonna hit the stage when we tell you to hit the stage.
When I went to go to ACL last year, Boy George was performing, and at the end of his thing, he was like, "Oh, we're a little bit over time, but we're just gonna go and we're just gonna do one cut off, mic cut off, lights cut off in the middle of the sentence." I was gagged.
Yeah, they don't care. They're not playing with you hoes. They don't care who you are. I don't care if you have Grammys. I don't care if you're an icon. I don't care what you. When we say go, you go, and when we say stop, baby, you're gonna stop. And that's
But imagine Beyonce. Imagine Beyonce at a festival. You would never cut Beyonce off. I'm sorry about it. You're not cutting Beyonce.
We don't know because Beyonce is not going to be doing any music festivals. So this is not something that we'll ever have to figure out. But the thing is, the reason why is because there are acts who are on the stage before and after you. There are also other stages. So if you go too late, there will just be two stages playing at the exact same time.
Yeah.
So you would think to yourself, then I think Lana Del Rey was like one of the biggest names they had there. Foo Fighters, there was Foo Fighter, Lana Del Rey. I think Lana Del Rey was the big headliner. She was the big headliner. And they were like, girl, you're going to go on time. This is not up for debate. You're going to go up there, take your little hairdresser, go to the stage, and have this nigga put the fucking pen in while you fucking talk about your summertime sadness. You know what's sad? You not being ready on time. That's the summertime sadness. Lana.
My pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola.
They're like, well, your contract's gonna taste like overage fees if you don't hit the stage.
Did you hear about the whole Frank Ocean drama?
What happened?
Coachella?
No, what? Wait, Coachella was recently?
Well, it wasn't. It was like 2 months ago, but it was he just did not end up doing the set that he was supposed to do. He like Coachella paid to turn his stage into an ice rink, and he was like having ice skaters on this thing. At the last minute, he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that no more." Like literally like an hour before, so they had to or 2 hours before, they had to melt down the whole stage. It was like a whole drama. It was wild.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Nah,
anyway.
I'm good. Thank you so much for turning it. Thank you so much for flying in this ice to the middle of the desert. Lame. Boo. Bad idea. What was I thinking? Anyway, do the old thing. Melt the ice and boo me.
It was wild.
Back to Queens of all
It was his first performance in a really long time, and he didn't end up doing music. He just did a DJ set and then left.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He sang like 3 songs, and the rest he just like DJ'd and like lip synced to it. And then he had the people who were supposed to be ice skating. They were still there, so now they're just like walking around in front of him. So the view of him is being obstructed like oftentimes by these people just walking in front of him.
I'm screaming. I'm screaming is my new favorite thing. I'm screaming is so funny because I've got Ocean Kelly got me saying this. Instead of laughing, Ocean Kelly just goes, "I'm screaming." That shit is so funny to me. I'm screaming. So during the challenge, they do this teleprompter challenge, right? They do. By the way, I want to do the teleprompter with you, Monet. So you and I should go to YouTube, type in teleprompter challenge, and read one teleprompter challenge. We could probably do different ones, right? But it has to be scrolling.
Okay. Or can Jacob just pull one up for each of us so we can have it in the thing?
Yeah, I have one. I'm going to send it to you on Flash book.
Or can you just share it? Can we just do it like that?
I think I can try if you're interested, but I feel like Riverside, when you're sharing, kind of like gets pixely and weird. And
I think we should pull them up on our own. Yeah, but there's a lot of challenges on the internet.
I just sent one to you on.
Yeah, Jacob says, "Shut the fuck up." I already sent it.
Is that what Jacob said? Jacob said that.
Yeah.
Jacob,
okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Did you? I can say it again if you need me to.
You said shut the fuck up, Jacob. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm ready. Can I go?
You go ahead.
Okay. In today's news, a man with 2 wooden legs circumnavigates the globe twice, and a squirrel made from solid gold is discovered in a tree in Westminster. Arthur Bentley of Woodley Chase is in West Ham and has completed the amazing feat of walking around the world, not once, but twice. Arthur took a year out from his job of testing elastic bands to walk around our planet and raise money for disadvantaged people around the world. Moving on to a rather bizarre story. Westminster local Gladys Simcroft was walking her dog in her local park when she saw something glittering in the tree branches. Using her walking stick, she was able to knock down the object, only to find it was a squirrel, but crafted out of solid gold. It turns out these have been made to allow corrupt politicians to hide their illegal bribes. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. That wraps our news segment. Now, over on to Giles on the money desk. Money matters.
I feel like you rewinded. Did you rewind?
No, my hands were right here.
Were they? Oh, I should do a
Thank
different one
you.
because I already heard one. I should do a different one. That won't be fair if I do the same one.
Yeah,
that I
Jacob, give
just heard.
this motherfucker a different one.
But also, I would say the one they had was wild.
They had crazy words in it.
The
Also,
names, the places.
receipts. This was a screenshot of Gay Bars, Bitch Like Me. I was approximately 1 minute and 47 minutes, 1 minute and 42 seconds in on Thursday.
Yeah,
Just
but you
receipts.
didn't do it, Monet. You didn't. I'm not big upping you for thinking about promoting me once, bitch.
Once? Oh, I want to promote you once.
You
Okay.
promote me never. You thought about it once.
I'm not.
That's how you was breathing on. That's how you was breathing on a treadmill the other day. Winded as hell. No, 0 incline, going a half mile an hour, breathing heavy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, read your fucking teleprompter, bitch.
Wait, Jacob, did you send it?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I'll have to find. I'm not on my computer. Sorry, give me a second. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. The cheating already starting, y'all. Y'all see it? Anyway.
If there's one thing I hate, it's waking up during a hot Los Angeles night and having my sheets stuck to me. That's why I love my Buffy Breeze sheets. They're comfy, they're adorable, they're affordable, and they keep me cool all night long. Now, Buffy has Earth's softest bedding. The Breeze sheets set by Buffy are the softest sheets you'll ever try. It's woven from eucalyptus, making it softer than cotton or linen. Sleep cooler, baby. Fabric made from eucalyptus is naturally cool to the touch. It's research backed to be more breathable than cotton or linen and perfect for hot sleepers. Buffy products are consistently on the best of list. Architectural Digest and Glamour named the Buffy Breeze sheet the best bed sheets of 2023. See for yourself why Buffy has over 50,000 five-star reviews. Shipping is free, and if you don't love your Buffy sheets, there's a 50-night return policy on all orders with free shipping and returns and no return fees. Upgrade your bedding with a Breeze sheet set by Buffy. Go to buffy.co and use code RIVALRY for 25% off your first order. That's buffy.co, promo code RIVALRY for 25% off. It's the calm before the holiday storm, but you can prepare your e-commerce business for the holiday rush now just by using ShipStation. Whether you're shipping from your house or to a warehouse, ShipStation can help increase your profitability. Save time automating your shipping and returns in the ShipStation dashboard and keep costs down with industry-leading career discounts while your holiday orders roll in. You can quickly and easily update crucial order information and reduce errors. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. Manage orders, print labels, compare rates, optimize every shipment, and automate delivery notifications. Simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. ShipStation has enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. ShipStation's robust automation and reporting makes scaling easy. And as your business grows, you can save thousands on shipping costs. Industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post. Get discounts up to 84% off USPS and UPS rates. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. You can quickly and easily update crucial order information and reduce errors. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. Manage orders, print labels, compare rates, optimize every shipment, and automate delivery notifications. Simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. ShipStation has enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. ShipStation's robust automation and reporting makes scaling easy as you grow your business, and you can save money. Thousands on shipping costs.
Set your business up for holiday season success with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code RIVALRY today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. Ooh, 60 days, that's a long time. That's ShipStation.com, code RIVALRY. Set your business up for holiday season success with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code RIVALRY today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code RIVALRY.
Bob, have you ever been on the hunt for a new doctor and you ask everyone you know for a recommendation?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, a doctor who actually gets you is very hard to come by because a lot of these doctors, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, they be out here trying to collect a check, okay? And after weeks searching, you find the one. So you call their office and they have an appointment available, but then the receptionist tells you the perfect doctor doesn't take your insurance.
Listen, maybe wipe away your tears, put away your ice cream, and head over to ZocDoc to find and book the doctor who's right for you and takes your insurance. ZocDoc is a free, I'm going to say that part again. ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for the ones who take your insurance and are located near you and treat almost every condition under the sun.
After I tried ZocDoc, I would honestly never go back to booking doctors the old way I did. And I've been using ZocDoc since right when I had my first job, around like 24, 25. ZocDoc was back then. That's why I used to find my doctors. And on ZocDoc, you can find every specialist under the sun, a dermatologist. And I just did what's the one to check your for allergies and allergists? I just did that on ZocDoc. I found them.
Did you ever find your orthopedist? Did you find your orthopedist through ZocDoc?
Well, whether you try to straighten your teeth, fix your achy back, get that mole check out, or anything else, ZocDoc's mobile app is an easy way to find the right doctor for you. And y'all, the reviews. I love reading the reviews on ZocDoc because people give you the real tea, and they will read a doctor to the back row. They're like, he had a horrible bedside manner. He was late. It's really good. And you know what kind of doctor you're getting yourself into. So go to ZocDoc.com to find the doctor that is right for you and book an appointment in person or remotely that works for your schedule.
Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry. Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Summer is the season of spending, and it's already here, guys. Do it right with Chime's online checking account. Chime's online checking account has tons of benefits that millions of members love, like fee-free overdraft up to $200. I could have used some Chime back in the day, okay?
Girl, I don't even want to talk about the overdraft fees. I don't even want to get into the weeds with how overdraft fees were. I was fighting for my life in college. Fighting for my life.
Plus, you can get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, all while managing your money on the go 24/7. That means more time and more money for beach trips and summer Friday splurges, or just, some time with the siblings.
Now, with Chime checking account, you can get paid up to 2 days earlier. With a qualifying direct deposit, you can get access to your money sooner. Chime offers fee-free overdraft with SpotMe. Overdraft up to $200 without fees with SpotMe when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. So just set up a qualifying direct deposit, sign up for SpotMe, and Chime will spot you up to your limit when you make a purchase that exceeds your balance.
Ditch the monthly fees. Chime has none. Minimum balance or overdraft fees. Chime gives you access to over 60,000 fee-free ATMs. That's more than the top 3 national banks combined. You can easily find one near you with the Chime app. And with Chime, y'all, you can send and receive money, pay friends through Chime, no matter what bank account they use, and cash out your money free.
Start building your credit up. Open a Chime checking account with at least $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/rivalry. That's chime.com/rivalry. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Chime checking accounts and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Royal Roundup, where we give the latest news on everything royal. Harry and Meghan are in the news a great deal these days, and the question we're going to ask today is, do they deserve to be? For those of you who are not yet familiar with their story, Harry and Meghan met in 2016, appeared at their first public event together in 2017, and finally married in 2018. They courted controversy many times and have brought a huge amount of interest to an otherwise unremarkable family. Whilst Harry and Meghan may seem unpopular, they have dragged the royal family back into the spotlight more effectively than any pre-orchestrated PR campaign. Baby, the way
mine was so much longer.
Mine was so much longer. Bitch, I like to eat puss and bananas because that was banana.
No, mine was more
Well, Jacob,
measured.
type in, look for like very hard or difficult teleprompter.
I gave dynamics. I gave
Well, I would say,
range.
okay, first of all, I laughed.
I did laugh in mine too.
But my laugh sounded natural.
Yeah, natural's a $3 bill.
But I think that, to be fair, both of ours were easier than what these girls did. They had Kuala Lumpur. Also, total side note, while Jacob looks these up, I want to remind y'all that Rebecca Glasscock did not even speak English 4 years before this.
That's wild.
She did not even speak English. And I think that she read that probably the best out of everyone. I really think she did.
Good. Can you give us one in Spanish?
Ooh.
Yeah.
In Espanol. Okay.
En Espanol.
Monet trying to. Okay, we can do the same one in Spanish. I'll go first this time.
Why you go first? Okay, you go first.
I'll give you the opportunity to hear a more.
So that when I do it better, you can say Monet. That's
I'll give
because
you
I
an
do
opportunity
first.
to hear someone who's trained.
Why does it sound like Jake? It sounds like Jacob be taking his computer and.
It's because Jacob, the microphone is on the desk, and my little baby's heavy-handed. Is that it?
So I sent you one. It's like there's an intro of a guy being like, "Can you do this?" Before.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going. Here we go.
Part, but
I'm ignoring the guy. Here we go. Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
It starts at the very top. This is not going to be good. Here we go. Hola y buenos noches. Bienvenidos a la primera entrega de los TikTok Awards Latinoamérica. Yo soy Bob the Drag Queen y esta noche me toca entregar el premio a la categoría más importante de la noche 5 de 5. No hay duda que todos los nominados distinguen carisma, talento, buena energía, creatividad y Ken Guzmán, El Rad, Kuna, Ali, Dempla y Soy Bands. Ya quieren conocer a la ganadora cama primero. Seguro, el ganador a la categoría de 5 de 5 yep. Jesus.
Monet, I just sent you one as well. There's a little bit of an intro, and then
No, I want her to do the one I did. That shit was great.
Okay. Wait, should I do yours?
Yeah, do mine, because the issue is mine doesn't scroll up. It starts at the top. Do mine. That shit was wild.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hola, muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos a la primera entrega de los TikTok Awards en Latinoamérica. Yo soy Monet Exchange y esta noche me toca entregar el premio a la categoría más importante de la noche 5 de 5. No hay duda que todos los nominados se distinguen por su carisma, talento, buena idea, crédito, pero recordamos a los nominados. Caín Guzmán, Error Contreras, Kuno Ali Izquierdo, Don Plimna, Darian Rojas y Soy Bands. Ya y quieren conocer ganador este primero. Seguros esperamos tus segundos. El ganador en la categoría 5 de 5 es nombra a tu...
I helped you, Monica.
I knew this was coming. I knew it.
But it does get out of control, right? Did you read the names? Did you skip the names?
No, I tried to. I mean, I did skip some. It was going too fast. It was too fast.
All right, let's do the second. Okay, do the second one. Okay, the last one. Do the second one. You go first and I'll go second. Now this time.
Okay.
Do the second one.
Okay. Oh, here you go again. Okay, hold on. ¿Te imaginas poder conocer a Juanui, Zurita, Luisito, Comunica, Cargue, Porche, Kenia, vibrando de Anara, los legendarios, Daniela Rodríguez, Dice Antrax y más Cortreras, contiendo más importantes de América Latina? Pues a todos los podrás que con México, pero es participación de Paco de Miguel, uno de los creadores de contenido más famosas del momento. Gracias, divertidas por eso. Por primera vez en Latinoamérica, vivir con México, y tener exportar con conocimientos, nuevas oportunidades durante el evento. ¿Qué estarme al ataque? Hola, espera tu creador. Te contiendo, favorito. Antonio, regreso contigo, sonriemos. You gotta go.
Wait. Okay, this was gonna be hard. I'm not even gonna be able to do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is expert level.
This is expert level.
Here we go. Poder conocer a Junpa, Jurita, Lucita, Comi, Kaya y okay, yep, Brianda, Deyanara, Scabecha, Yala, Yalarot, Aise Ipu, contenido de los más importantes de América Latina. Pues México, pero eso no. Yep. Wait, yeah, por primera vez como famoso durante al momento yep, sí. The way our Spanish-speaking audience just went up tenfold.
I am sweating. I need to open the window. I am sweating.
Christ. So imagine how this must have felt for the people who were having a language barrier and trying to do this podcast at the same time. That was wild. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Okay, let's get back to our notes.
So the episode, the challenge starts.
I think Rebecca did the best on the teleprompter of all the people. And I think that maybe the ones who's struggling the most is probably maybe Nina and
a little bit.
And Akasha.
Yeah, I would say Nina and Akasha, but we'll talk about this later on in the judging. They thought Nina did an overall good job, and
yeah, I
mean, we weren't in the room, but on the TV show, it looked like Nina was struggling a little bit.
They did the favorite things. Nina's "Plug It In and Blow" is one of my favorite Drag Race quotes of all time. Just plug it in and blow. That is one of my all-time favorite Drag Race quote that was one that stuck in my head. I think they kept playing it over and over again on the commercials and on the trailer.
I think Chanel look like Andorra. She's like Andorra with dark hair.
No, Andorra doesn't. No, Andorra wears caftans.
I know, but she's giving Andorra like this, like very. But Andorra sometimes wear like elaborate, like very like structural looking thing because she was like witchy. Yeah,
kind of. But they were always like floor length and really flowy. But Andorra is a gay icon, by the way. Andorra is a gay icon.
Is she?
Andorra? Yes, she was a bitch. She was fierce. She would show up, do her little quippy
age for a certain demographic. She is.
Yeah. So for those of us who can appreciate the finer things in life, culture.
That's called a full circle,
honey. But no, yeah, I love Andorra. Obviously, I used to stay up late. I was that kid who used to watch Nick at Night every night.
Nick at Night. I used to watch Nick at Night too.
But also, girl, I went back and rewatched Nick at Night recently. Girl, they were showing shows from my childhood. I was like, not too much with Family Matters being on Nick at Night. Not too much with Family Matters on Nick at Night. It's too much.
Family Matters.
Not too much with Full House on Nick at Night, y'all. This is too. It was like I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie, the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Family. Yeah, shit like that.
But anyway, I Love Lucy was a real Bob. That's how I watched it. Was through Nick at Night. I think that BB did really, really well with the interview. BB also just looks. I like BB's look the best. She looks amazing to me.
I think BB looks really good. I was gagged that Nina like she was trying to pronounce hit show, but she started spelling HI.
That was wild.
And Dean was like, "Oh, you have HIV? I wish you would have told me."
That was wild. I was like, well, "This is wild."
Especially, what's the word with an F? Not foresight. Foreshadowing.
Oh,
something that happens later on in the season with Angina is kind of like, which I think is the next episode. It's kind of wild.
Well, Angina's the one who was like, "How is Tori's HIV?" Like, Angina was the one who asked, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh, girl, Chanel was a interview train wreck. It was wild. Now, tell me, was motherhood exactly what you thought it'd be, or was it harder, or was it easier, or did you find things challenging, or were they not challenging at all, or was it right where you? And I was like, girl. By the way, she interviews the way I interview. When I did the All Stars 2 interview, that was that's when I realized I'm not in these streets to be. I can have guests who are friends of mine, but I can't conduct interviews. I can't do it. It's not for me.
Remember that.
And the reason why I can't conduct, well, because you're good at conducting interviews, but I think a big reason why I can't conduct interviews is because the real truth is I'm more interested in like being funny and having fun than I am in what you have to promote. I would rather, I want to make jokes more than have you promote your movie, to be honest. And I'm aware of that now. That's something I know about myself.
Well, I mean, well, we've both. I'm sure you have been in an interview when someone is asked. They ask you like 3 questions. You're like, okay, wait, what's the first part again? Like, it's you're like, bitch, I can't keep up. I don't know what to say.
Interview questions you hate?
Where did I get my drag name? Like shit that I've answered 19,000 times. I'm like, if you just literally just Google it, it's like the basic ones people ask all the time. It's so annoying.
I don't really mind those so much because I realize that maybe someone out there will be seeing this interview and this is the first time they see me interview. What I hate is really broad questions. Like, what was it like filming RuPaul's Drag Race? I'm sorry, what? What was it like being a New York City drag queen? What was it like? Well, I was a New York City drag queen for 13 years. So let me sum up all 13 years in one sentence for you. Like, it was a lot of things. It was good. It was bad. There were like many things. I prefer they zone in and be like, you know, did you have any feelings the night you won Drag Race? What was one of the
that
biggest
time when you body slammed that guy at Hardware? What was really going through your head?
Yeah, what was one of your biggest trials? What was a memory from being a New York City drag queen, as opposed to what was it like being a New York City drag queen? Girl, it's too much. I can't answer that quickly.
Well, I mean, sometimes, and I will give a cunty answer. They're like, "Where'd you get your drag name from?" I'm like, well, I've answered this question a lot, so I'm sure you're gonna hear this is gonna be exact replica of what I said before, and I just do it in a one sentence. I'm like, "Oh, is that Barbie? And I got a da 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 da."
You like doing interviews, though. You like interviewing people.
I like interviewing people. I don't necessarily like doing interviews, but I do like interviewing people.
No, that's what I meant. Like being an interviewer. You like conducting interviews.
Yes, I do. I really enjoy it.
And yeah, I can do an interview, but it has to be like Z-Way style. It can't be like Jimmy Fallon. It has to be where like I'm like, it has to be like, there has to be a goofy angle to it. I can't just ask you to promote your album. I don't know. I don't have it in me. And I'm aware of that now. If y'all want to see a train wreck of an interview, go back and watch me at the Build Studios interviewing the cast of All Stars 2.
No, but you did TM Maori when I was going, and that was a really fun interview. You were being silly, but you were also getting good questions.
It took so much effort. Y'all, the effort I had to put into not cracking jokes, and I had to be like, oh god, this is going to be so hard. Okay, but I was still like being very, very silly the whole time. Like, I probably should have been a little more serious.
It was good. I thought it was really good.
So on the main stage, the guest judge is Debra Wilson, but then who was this other guy that just randomly showed up? Who was he?
I don't know. They didn't say who he was,
because he showed up after the runway.
Somebody cousin.
It was literally like RuPaul was like, our extra special guest judge Debra Wilson, and then this other guy just showed up out of nowhere. Who I'm sure he's quite famous. I just don't know who he. I
don't know who he is either. I don't recognize his voice or him.
Debra Wilson is quite interesting these days. You know, she's I don't know if she does comedy anymore.
Really, she is so funny and such a good character.
She's very funny. Insane. She was MADtv. You don't know. Debra Wilson was on MADtv.
Gold. And every time she impersonated Whitney Houston and Oprah a lot. And she can also sing. So she was like, so it's like her like doing like her voice is she was such a great comedian, a great singer, a great actor. I wish she was. I saw something recently though. She was in something recently.
A documentary.
No. I saw her in Maxine. I think about Maxine from Living Single. I saw her in something recently.
I saw her in the documentary on Netflix about the Jamaican psychic who wasn't Jamaican,
Miss Cleo.
She was in the Miss Cleo documentary, and I didn't even recognize because she has like a lot of tattoos and like these piercings, and she shaved her head. I didn't even recognize her.
Really?
Google Debra Wilson right now. Her look is completely different. I was like, is that Debra Wilson?
Oh wow! And I would, girl, Bob. We should get into the documentary space, and like we should do a Sibling Rivalry Production presents. I want to like find out about her life, like what happened, like not what happened that way, like why she's not acting anymore. Like,
well, I have a documentary that I want to make. I have a mini doc that I want to make.
What?
I want to make one called "Finding the Demon Twink," where we search for because the Demon Twink is like elusive, like no one knows who the Demon Twink is, and it was this whole thing in the New York City gay scene where people were like, who is the Demon Twink? Who threw the cocktail on the DJ table during the Britney Spears cruise? Finding the Demon Twink would be you and I go to New York City, we hit the ground, we walk around, we find out who and where the Demon Twink is.
A whole bunch of like rows that lead to this one and that one, and this one, like we can't find him. We just go to hardware and there he is.
Throwing drinks at the DJ.
We should like mockumentary style, like a fake one. And Nick Smith should play the Demon Twink in our mockumentary version.
I want to do a real one. I want to find the real Demon Twink. I want to know what was he thinking, what was going through his head. But I would also love to find out I want to find out I want to do a deep dive, although it's been done before, where we actually talk to James King Tyra and be like, what happened here? The whole
he did Josh Shepard's show recently.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, like within this year.
I want to find out like what's up with Robbie Turner.
Where
has she been?
Bob, Sibling Rivalry. I would partner with Sibling Rivalry. Sibling Rivalry should.
Would you? That'd be so kind of you. Thank you,
Bob. Let's do it. Let's do the Robbie Turner documentary, and we're gonna call it. It's gonna be called Uber.
I think Uber might take umbrage with that,
or share.
And it'd be hard. It'd be hard to Google. All right, let's get back on topic. So. As they do, so they're doing their very best drag. Let's look at their drag.
This is the first time on the main stage, y'all, that they're getting to wear like things that they brought from home. Like this is the first time they get to bring the shit that they spent money on to the show.
And let's talk about RuPaul. I actually love this dress RuPaul's wearing.
I like it too. I think
it's a tank gown. It looks really great.
It's a what gown?
Tank. At the top, top is like a tank top.
Yeah, I like the graphic stars, and I think this is beautiful. It looks great.
This is the time that RuPaul had the shelf titty.
Girl, someone just took a fucking squash ball and fucking put that shit in RuPaul's bra.
But we've all had a shelf. We've all had a wonky titty at some point in our life.
We all have for sure.
And this is season 1, y'all. This is season 1. The budget was not budgeting quite yet, but she looks good though. I do love this look.
Fucking Chanel look is insane. It's so cool, and she looks great.
And it's season 1, episode 3. Like I don't know that we were expecting this level of drag. If this could win a runway today.
Agreed. She looks great. The makeup is so good. This headpiece is so brilliantly done. Having the titty bib, but having the snakes draped around and coming around the breast. It's so well done, and she looks amazing.
And bear in mind, y'all, this is filmed in 1973. So this is wild that they were able to. No, okay, but this was 2007, 2008. This is wild.
2008, yeah.
It might have been filmed 2007 for all we know. I don't remember. I don't know when it was filmed.
Yeah, the only thing I would change would be I wish she did black nails. Like the French manicure on this is it's like too nice. If she had done black nails, I think that would have been really cool.
And for that reason, she deserved to be in the bottom. All right, let's go into Angina. Angina looks so fashion forward. I actually don't mind the doll on the head. I usually hate that kind of thing, but something about this version of it, I just really like. I just wish that the doll was wearing the same thing she was wearing.
Yeah, and she could have just spray painted black. We wouldn't know the difference
because the dress is white. It looks the same, but it's white. You know?
Yeah. I like Adonis too. I think it's very similar to something she wore already here. Actually, it was just in black when she wore that loofah thing, or it's like the same silhouette, the same shape. So that bothers me a little bit. But I do think their headpiece, and I think she looks cool.
I would love if the doll if she had a purse like the doll, and the doll had a small doll on her head. That would be a really cute.
Oh my God, Bob, how small is this doll gonna be?
Just small enough. It could be a Lego. It could be a Lego on the head of the Barbie. They make small dolls. I like this look though. I think she looks really nice. And honestly, I'm glad that someone finally said it. Like, I like you bald, because like I thought they were going to be pushing her to wear wigs the whole time. And if her
They
look
didn't
is
start that
bald,
yet.
no, they did. They said it last. They said the second episode.
No, I mean like in the seasons where like when Dusty Ray comes with dots and they're like, we hate dots. Don't do them ever again. Like
Episode
they weren't
one.
doing that yet.
That was wild. Episode 1. That was what we've seen the dots thing. Yeah, when today, bitch. Today.
Let's go on to Miss Rebecca Glasscock, who I think
dot
she
ass
looks
bitch wearing dots on
beautiful.
dots ass dot bitch. Okay,
Rebecca looks beautiful.
Rebecca Glasscock is so stunning here. This
So beautiful.
look is great. She looks
I agree.
completely stunning. This hair, is that her hair line? It has
I think
to
that
be.
might be her hairline. Yeah, it's her hairline with a piece on top of it with a
And
fall.
I think that there's a little bit of the eyeshadow around the hairline, the contour
Oh, yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
hairline.
Yeah.
But my God, y'all, she looks so good. I am blown away. Her and the judges are right. Her walk is giving Steffiana.
It is, but a lot of the girls have stiff walks though.
Well, specifically her and Akasha.
Akasha, yeah. And I will say Rebecca also, this bitch not wearing any padding, and she's wearing like this satin material, which shows every nook, hook, crook on your body. So it's for it to like be laying so well, speaks to like she has her shit together. Like she's turning it. She looks amazing.
She's low key caking. She's low key. If she
yeah.
ran, that shit would start clapping. Now, maybe not that much, but her ass was ass.
Oh
And I
my
was
God.
like, is she wearing a butt pad? Because her ass was like ass.
She might be, maybe, but she's not wearing hips, so maybe I don't know.
She looks so
I don't know.
good. She looks
Looks
so
really
good.
good.
Oh my God, Nina Flowers looks amazing. This hair, this must be human, right?
No, that's synthetic.
You think so?
I think it's synthetic, yeah.
I don't know. This shit is. This hair looks stunning. I love this look. I love how she has this like this a really hard edge with just some really softness to it. Like it's like
Mhm.
Nina Flowers with these bright colors and this like this flowy wave hair. She looks really good.
Yeah, this flip, this 70s. And also like this, like to what you're saying too, like how she's always hearkening. Well, not always, oftentimes we've seen so far in this competition, she like harkens back to this era, which is so beautiful. And so she looks great. She looks stunning.
Yeah, she's like a punk girl doing 60s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See what happened when you let the girls do when you let the girls do their own drag? They look stunning. Let's go
Yeah.
on to Jade. Can I just say up front? I mean, maybe the angles weren't right, but the tuck didn't seem that untucky to me.
It didn't seem that meaty to me, even when they did, because when they pan to it and she is at an angle, and even from that, it didn't look very whatever, but they saw it in the room, I guess.
She is low-key giving
J-Lo. Her face is beautiful, and this hair is gorgeous. I like this outfit. I think Jay looks really good.
Yeah, these girls look how, I'm saying when you let them do their own thing, they end up looking so Okay, let's go on to Beavis and Harmony. For me and my queer experience, this is a cultural reset. I don't care what y'all say. I know this is just the case. I remember being at home, seeing this look, and just being like, I have to do drag. I have to. I remember seeing this look and being like, guys, I have to become a drag queen.
Y'all, this is why Bob the drag queen exists.
I love this look. I recreated this look for Black History Month a couple of years ago, and this is just so good. BB, I know it is a catsuit with a corset, but can we just? She's wearing padding. BB is padded.
Oh, for sure.
Down. And it's not the overcoat with the feathers is whatever, but this, she just looks so good, and the hair and this. She must have made this. This is obviously a custom wig, clearly.
But also the comment that she said, she's like, I want people to know that Africa is not just about leopards and lions, then revealing into a leopard print catsuit. I was like, what?
BB's camp without knowing she's camp, okay?
It's insane to say that. Africa is not about just leopards and lions, Leopard. Like, it was just so random to me. It was hilarious.
She goes, around at the end of the runway.
Jungle Kitty.
let's go into Akasha Davis, who
Akasha Davis.
sorry, Akasha, who is not having a good day.
Yeah, she falls in her dress. I don't think we've ever seen another girl fall on the runway besides intentional one, Lady Camden, 2 seasons ago.
Also, what's really wild is like the mistakes they made this season. Like you can see when she cuts the corner, you can see Nina Flowers in the back.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yo, like last time that you can see the chorus on the ground, like, yo, what is going? Who is working in post?
You know
who's
what,
here?
Bob? We know a thing or two about a season 1 and 2 being a little crunchy. Okay, we can testify to that.
Okay, you know, fair, but also, bitch, that was me and you, literally a 2-person operation. But yeah, she had failed. This dress is cute though. I do like the dress. I mean, I don't know that I would wear it, but it is cute.
I do like the dress. I think I think that in this time, this like chocolate gown with this like silver embellishments, I would wear that now. I mean, I would make some different choices with how the silver is laid, but I love, first of all, everyone, I love a nude. I love a nude something or the other, and I like the shape of this gown. I think this is beautiful.
Only thing I don't like is the hair. The hair is really upsetting me.
Really? What's wrong with the hair?
I wish it was an updo.
Well, yeah, I could see an updo. Yeah, updo work that too, but I don't think this is terrible.
So we found out that Angina has immunity, so nothing really matters. And BB Zaharbane wins the challenge, and I could have seen it going to what?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
And I could have seen it going to either BB or Rebecca because they both look stunning and they both did a really good job in the challenge. So I could have seen it going to either BB or Rebecca Glasscock.
I can see that as well.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think they are the 2 most stunning queens in the competition. I mean, I think a lot of these queens are stunning, but BB and Rebecca this episode are eating the girlies up.
They're disagree. I think Chanel is stunning, is equally as stunning. Chanel for me.
What do you think about the judging?
I think the judging makes sense. I think that putting Akasha was, I mean, when she did her interview, which I kind of thought was kind of cunty, kind of brilliant, how they came to greet her and she just sat down. She was like, "Hi." Look, I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm a motherfucking queen. Come to me." So I think that on top of like her falling on the runway were the catalysts of putting her on the bottom, and I can kind of see that.
I mean,
and
I'm a queen, come to me as fierce, but like for an interview, like, do you want someone to be like, "I'm a queen, come to me"? Like, also, I think she was like, "Say goodbye, say bye,"
and she bends over.
But the other part of me is like, the thing is also, Akasha, like, my interview was great. We don't know. They did not show a single piece of Akasha's interview. They showed them arriving and they showed her leaving. They did not show a sliver of Akasha's interview. So maybe Akasha's interview was a hit, but I know that Tori Spelling and her husband, are they still married? Jake, can you Google that? What I was really gagged at I love that her book is called Storytelling. That's so smart.
That is storytelling.
That's such a
great.
Smart name for Storytelling by Tori Spelling. That's really smart. In this judging, Akasha just cannot catch
this one. Every
break.
Judging.
I don't think they've ever said anything nice. No, that's not true. They gave her props for Break the Dawn. They gave her props for Break the Dawn. But like, I would be defeated.
And she was. I mean, her spirits weren't down though. She still fought to the end.
No, she was literally defeated. Chanel sent her packing.
Yeah, Chanel sent her the fuck home. I mean, and this was the iconic. I mean, this is the iconic headpiece falling off of Chanel and her doing it like that. Like that was such an iconic moment in the show.
Well, ironically, right after they can't take away my dignity, and then I remember watching this at home, freaking out because I don't think there were really viewing parties at this point. If there were, I hadn't heard about them. I was watching from home at this point. The bounce, the catch of the headpiece, the toss. Then she pulled a Monet, look up stage, stop lip syncing, wave the hand. Listen, be mad at Nicole Byer. Nicole Byer is the one that said you be mad at Nicole if you're mad at anyone.
Bob, we can roll the tape. You were like, so Monet does this thing. Literally, you were the one that said the thing.
Yeah, I said Monet does this thing. I didn't say you don't know your words. Nicole said you don't know your words. But you're mad at me because you're afraid of Nicole Byer. Because you're afraid of the power she has. You're afraid if you call her out, she'll call you out when she's hosting the Creative Arts Emmys. You're afraid that she'll call you out when she's on her television show Grand Crew. You're afraid that she'll call you out when she's hosting Wipeout. You're afraid that she'll call you out on one of her massive podcasts. You're afraid of her power. Say you're afraid of Nicole right now.
So yes, Nicole's gonna take time out of hosting the Emmys to read me. Yeah, that's gonna
would.
work.
I would.
I know you because you're obsessed.
Just like
you're
you were
obsessed with me.
Just like you were afraid of Joachim Booster when he dragged you.
By the way, I dragged you on Instagram today, honey.
What?
Yeah, go to my page. Check that out. Clock those receipts. You didn't see it yet?
No, I don't wake up and scroll through the internet like you.
That is not true. You literally on this podcast.
I don't wake up and just start scrolling. I wake up.
No, not that. On my page.
What I do is I wake up every single day.
My whole body changed and I was just like...
I once was in a movie with Kate McKinnon. I had a very, very, very small role in the...
Yeah, very small. Very, very, very small.
How was your role in that movie? Because did you tell them that you also auditioned but didn't get the part? Did you tell them
whose outfit were you wearing? Talk about that. Whose outfit were you wearing? Whose outfit were you wearing that show though? Whose outfit was that?
Mine, because I paid for it.
Whose outfit did you call and beg to borrow?
Mine, because I paid for it, honey.
You paid for it? No, the hell you did not.
I paid in sweat. I paid in equity, sweat equity. So did you tell them that you auditioned and I got the role? Bye.
You auditioned for the role for Lovecraft Country. We both did. Who got it? Me.
I did not audition for that. I showed up and I literally begged them to give you the role. I said, in lieu of auditioning, please hire my friend who desperately needs the work, is what I said. And then you got droplets. The crumbs that fall off my table land at the kiddie table where you eat.
Anyway,
the bottom two queens are Akasha and
we
Chanel.
already talked about that. We already talked the lip sync, bitch.
Oh yeah, so Chanel wins the lip sync.
And Akasha goes home.
Deservedly so, I think, you know.
This is such a good season of Drag Race. From the blackface to the wig falling off to this is just such a good season. I'm obsessed. It's a good. I see why this show got renewed. Like I see, and we all know season 2 is such a good season too. Like this is a great show.
It is a very good show. I'm very grateful to be a part of the legacy that is RuPaul's Drag Race. TBH.
Yeah.
TBH. All right, Monet, who's gonna win season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Right now, I would still say Chanel.
You know, even if I hadn't known the season, I would still be saying Bibi Zahara Benet, maybe Rebecca Glasscock. But knowing what I know about TV, Chanel is too confident to win. They will not let someone say they're going to win every episode and then turn around and win the show.
You.
I didn't say that, but they didn't air me saying it. I said it in my interviews, but they never aired it.
Also, Aquaria,
Bob, from the day one, you were like, I'm going to win the show. Like, there are clips of you saying that. Like, you were very...
clips of me saying it after the show, but not on the show.
I don't know if that's true. Can someone... Bob the Dragon Videos, can you please put together all the clips?
Are you going to pay Bob the Dragon Videos for all the work you make them do? The unpaid intern over at Monet Exchange Incorporated?
And then clips of you being like, literally, you're in your Meet the Queens. I'm blah blah blah, and I'm humble.
Yeah, that's not everyone want to win. Not everyone can do it like me, honey.
Stop doing the Nicki Minaj.
All right, we'll see you all next time.
All right.